you actually see my eyebrow in this video? Because in every other video I found, for some reason, you can't see one of my, like, the end of one of my eyebrows. But this video is not about my eyebrows, so, I'm sitting on a chair right now. I usually sit on the floor when I film these, so I'll close for a minute. I wanted to talk about something, that I get a lot of questions about, and it's about my fanfiction, Welcome to the Jungle. Of course, I'm sure most of you know that, but I promo it enough. So anyway, I wanted to talk about updates for a minute, and the whole thing regarding it. I used to, when I first started writing it, I used to update maybe every 4 days, which is ridiculous. Honestly, that is quite ridiculous that I managed to do that, but the first few chapters were about 1,000 to 2,000 words each, which, honestly, when I first started writing it, I was half-assing it like a motherfucker. I just got the prompt and I wanted to write it, so I did it. It wasn't really like methodical. I was just like cranking them out. Like, I wrote the first 2 chapters at the same time. Like, I wrote the first one and then I wrote the second one. And that's why I updated so quickly. But now my chapters are like 10,000 words each, which is fucking crazy. I can't update every 4 days anymore. I can't write 10,000 words every 4 days. That's insane, honestly. So when you guys hound me for updates, it's fine, okay? Like, if you're just asking me, like, when's the chapter coming out, it's fine, you can ask me that. I'm not gonna get upset. But if you tell me, like, can you please post a new chapter? I can't just release chapters on command. I can't just pull one out of my ass and publish it. That's impossible. I can't just do that for you guys. I wish I could pull chapters out of my ass and I wouldn't have to work on them. But I can't. I actually have to sit down on my computer and type all these words. All those words are typed by me. All of that I do in my time. All 10,000 of those words are coming from me, and they take a while. I spent hours writing it, and the reason why it takes, like, it's been a week since I first published chapter 13, and that's, you know, people are like, oh, it's been a week. A week is nothing, okay? Like, I don't start the next chapter right after I'm done the last one. I need a break. I need to go sleep and eat and just not do anything for a while after I finish writing, because it takes a lot out of me and it takes a lot of patience. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood. Sometimes I'll sit down to write and I'll be like, I'm gonna do this right now. So I don't. I'm not gonna force myself to just so I can get it out sooner. I want to be happy with what I publish. I want to be proud of it. I want to look back on it and be like, I was happy with how this came out. I don't want to just publish it just so you guys can be like, oh yeah, she updated. What if it's shit? Like, what if I update like every 5 days and it's shit? Well, then it's not really worth it, is it? If I take a month, or, you know, 3 weeks or 2 weeks, at least I'm ensuring that the quality is as good as it can be. You know, I can't just, you know, crank out a chapter just because you guys want me to. Like, I got this one message once that actually pissed me off, that said, you know, oh, I had a really bad day today. It would make me really happy if you put out a new chapter. I was like, what the? You really expect me, just because you had a bad day, to go and write out an entire chapter and give it to you, like, just for you? I can't do that. Like, if you want me to write like a one shot for you, like, okay, because you had a bad day. It's like, oh, my problem. Like, oh, I feel sympathy for you that you have a bad day, but I'm not gonna give you a new chapter like just because you had one. Like, I can't do that. It takes me time and effort. And here's the thing. Sometimes you get writer's block. Sometimes you'll write like 5,000 words and then you'll be like, I don't know where to go with this anymore. Like, I don't know where this chapter's going. I don't know what to do now. And then you have to take a break and you have to think about it. You have to like be methodical about it. And like, okay, where's the logical place that this can go? And sometimes, every chapter needs to end on a logical closure point. Sometimes I can't find a logical closure point, and I have to think about it and take time to figure out where to go. Like, this chapter that I'm writing right now, chapter 14, it's almost finished. I already know the chapter that, like, the bit that I'm going to do next. I already have it planned out. I already know what I'm going to write. But that doesn't mean that just because I know what I'm going to write that it's going to take me 5 minutes. It's going to take me a while before I'm happy with it. And of course I have to edit it. I have to send it to my betas because I can't read my own writing, so I always just hate it. So it's frustrating when you guys are like, can you post a new chapter today? No, I can't because I'm not done it yet. I will post it when it's done. I want it to be perfect so that you guys can enjoy it. And not be like, oh, I think she might have half-assed this. Like, okay, let's just say I posted a chapter every 4 days and it was complete crap. And you're like, wow, you're really half-assing it. It's like, oh, well, I wonder why. Because you guys want me to just put them out whenever you want it. I can't do that. I have to make sure that I'm happy with it so that you guys will be happy with it. Sorry that the screen keeps shaking. I'm resting on my thigh right now, so. But yeah. So, it's going to take, I know how frustrating it is reading works in progress. Trust me, I know. I read, and the Reason Is You was still being written, the chapters, it would take like 3 weeks for a new chapter. I would kill myself just waiting. I'd be like, just come on, I need to know what happened. I get it. I really do get it. But you just have to wait. You have to wait. It's like waiting for a TV show. I have to wait a week to see what's going to happen on Shameless. I have to wait a week to see what's going to happen on Girls. I have to wait a week to see what's going to happen on Dexter. You know, like, I have to wait for those things, and you kind of just have to be patient. I'm flattered that you guys are excited for my updates. I really am. Like, I'm overwhelmed by the praise that I've gotten, and it's amazing me, and I can't thank you guys enough. But you guys have to be a little bit more appreciative of me, because, like, I take time to write this. I don't have to do that. I'm not, like, threatening to discontinue the fic, because I'm not going to do that, because that would make me a bitch, and I want to continue to write it. But you have to realize that I put a lot of time and effort into this fanfiction. Like, don't you think I wish I could get chapters done in 4 days? Don't you think I want that? But I can't, because it's not that simple. And writing, you have to be in the mood, you have to have inspiration, and you have to have a direction that you're going to go in. You can't just write based on nothing, which is how I wrote the first the first 5 chapters were written basically with me just being like writing as I went, and that's why they were so short, because I did not know where I was going. I was just pulling it out of my ass, and that's because I didn't realize that it was going to become like this, and it would become like I would become like so connected to it. I did not see that coming. So basically, I need you guys to be patient. You can ask me when the chapter's coming out. Go ahead. That doesn't bother me. But don't tell me, can you please publish the chapter tonight? Because I can't just publish chapters on demand. It's not possible. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Obviously, this video ended up being 9 minutes because it's me. So yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. But yeah, new chapter will be out by Monday at the latest. So, yay! I'm sorry it took so long, but yeah, maybe.